Hello everybody and welcome to a train simulator video. Today we shall be driving the class 314 EMU from Bridgeton to Motherwell. So the first thing we need to do is turn off the pause menu. Then we'll open the doors by pressing T, and then we will enter the cab, and I will press Ctrl R to turn the guard on, and then I will press Shift and H to turn on our headlights. I will then press Y to deactivate the driver reminder appliance. Then I'll press and hold F and put the train into gear by pressing S. Cancel the automatic warning system. Now I'm going to set up the cab secure radio. So we'll need to use the mouse for this, and we need to press and hold the power on button. And we need to press the area button. And then we need to enter 72 as the area code and press the asterisk. And then we need to set the starting signal number, so we press the set signal button, and the number of our starting signal is 14. However, the CSR needs 4 digits, so we need to press 00 and then 14, and then we press the asterisk again, and that has given us our area code and the train's head code, which is 2 Charlie 12. So with that, the train is now ready for departure. The scenario we are playing comes with the Armstrong Powrhouse and Waggonz class 314-315 pack, though there are a couple of things that are different about this to how it should be. The first thing is that this scenario requires the Dovetail class 303 electric multiple unit, which I don't have. So what I've done is I've edited the scenario and swapped them for class 314 EMUs instead. But having said that, there are only about 2 class 303s in this scenario, so we're not really missing out on much. So and I don't have any intention of getting a class 303 at the moment, so that's why I've swapped them out for class 314s instead. And also the other thing is, by default, the West Coast Mainline North route doesn't have any tunnel occlusions, but there is a patch available on DP Simulation's website which you can download and install through the TS package manager, and it adds tunnel occlusions to the route, so when we go under a tunnel in a moment it'll actually go dark in the cab. So I'll leave a link to the pack, to the train pack and the tunnel occlusions in the description. So we're just about ready to leave, so we just need to wait for the guard to close the doors, and we need to respond to it by respond to the guard by pressing N once he rings the bells. So I'll just release the brakes, ready to depart. And departing Bridgeton, the starting speed limit is 40 miles an hour, and our next station stop is Dalmarnock, which is just under a mile. So I'll just cut the power off as we are fast approaching Dalmarnock, or Dalmarnock. I'm not really too sure how you pronounce that. I'm sure someone with Scottish dialect will tell me in the comment section below. So I'm just letting the train coast, and I'm just going to start braking. We are driving in the autumn season, and this train does have wheel slip protection and wheel slide as as a couple of extra features. So we need to be we need to watch out for that. Just going to release the brakes. Just going to apply a bit of power again. And here we are at Dalmarnock. One of the other special features about the newly released 314 and 315 pack is that when we are in guard operation, the doors will actually automatically open for us, so we don't need to press T to open the doors. So departing Dalmarnock, the next station stop is at Rutherglen, which again is in just under a mile. Just being very careful with how we apply power, but as you can see, notch 3 is taking our train up this gradient with ease. Just going to knock the power off now and go back onto notch 1. And I'm going to start applying the brakes now for Rutherglen. The tone indicates the change in the CSR area code, which happens automatically. And here we are at Rutherglen Station. Departing Rutherglen, our next station stop is at Cambuslang, which is just over a mile to go. Just cutting the power for this 25 mph speed restriction, and I'm just going to drop down as the speed is now dropping down again to 20 miles an hour. Speed limit has just jumped up to 70 miles an hour and again to 75 miles an hour. However, we're not going to be able to reach that speed, as we now need to start slowing down for an upcoming 40 mph speed restriction as we are diverted onto another line. Lost a bit too much speed there. And the speed limit is now actually jumped back up to 75 miles an hour. And at this signal it jumps up again to 80 miles an hour. So there's quite a lot of speed changes to keep up with in that section. Going to start slowing down for Cambuslang now. And here we are at Cambuslang. So departing Cambuslang, we've got just over a mile to go to the next stop at Newton. Just going to start cutting the power now, and I'm going to start braking down for the next signal, which could be displaying a red aspect. And the signal ahead has just cleared to a single yellow aspect. Just going to cut the power now as at the next signal the speed limit drops down quite severely to 50 miles an hour. And I'm going to start to slow down to a stop at Newton. Just before Newton, the speed limit drops down again to 40 miles an hour. And here we are at Newton. Just had to slam the emergency brakes on there as I wasn't quite sure if we were going to stop there in time. The platforms are quite short on this part of the route. So departing Newton, the next station stop is at Blantyre, which is just over 2 miles to go. The speed limit has now jumped up to 60 miles an hour. And as you can probably see on the track monitor, the gradient is starting to climb once again. Just starting to slow down now for Blantyre station. And here we are at Blantyre. Our next station stop is at Hamilton West, which is just over a mile away. Just watching the train speed at the moment as the gradient is rising again, so I don't want to be losing too much speed too quickly. And here we are at Hamilton West. So departing Hamilton West, we haven't got far to go to Hamilton Central. The speed limit is also 55 miles an hour. Just going to start slowing down for an upcoming reduction down to 30 miles an hour. As you could probably have just seen from the way the needle on the speedometer wavered, we had a bit of a WSP activity there. So we'll just have to be careful on our approach to Hamilton Central. And here we are at Hamilton Central. We now have just a little over 2 miles to go to the next station stop at Airballs. Once again, I'm not too sure how you pronounce that station name, but I'm pretty sure if someone who has a Scottish dialect, or again someone who knows how to correct pronunciate some of these Scottish stations, they will tell me in the comment section. We're on a sharp falling gradient of 1 in 85 at the moment, so I'm just going to constantly check on the train speed. It's certainly not easy with a 3-step brake. If we were driving a first generation DMU on this section, we'd be able to apply a set amount of vacuum on the brakes. The speed limit has just increased to 40 miles an hour. We are now on a stiff rising gradient up to the next station. And here we are at Airball Station. So we've just got under a mile to go now until our final station stop at Motherwell. So we've got advance warning of a 15 mile an hour speed restriction. Just before that, however, there is a drop down to 25 miles an hour at the next signal. So I'm just going to start slowing down now. As we are terminating at Motherwell, we do get a single yellow aspect. And here we are at Motherwell station. So we'll just wait for the scenario to clear now. And there we are, that's the scenario complete, so we'll just see how we did. We spent about 3 times there. It was just like a mile over the speed limit, but a mile an hour over isn't like nothing to worry about. So that was a very good scenario. I quite enjoyed that. So I hope that you have enjoyed watching this video, and hopefully I'll see you again with another train simulator video at some point soon. So thank you very much for watching this video, and take care.